Welcome to Beyond Soup, where I put up all sorts of stuff. Today we have a Cummins Jetscan 4062 money counter. This is what you normally would find in big institutions like banks for counting cash. Um, and I just wanted to show you how this unit is functioning. This is a fun item to have when you're counting money, and I like to play with money like everybody else. At the same time, it is frustrating to count lots of cash and to get accuracy. So that's why these machines were built. Got some cash here. This batch is about 4 grand, and then this one is like 510 bucks. Just again, random stuff that we can do with this thing. So let's go ahead and turn it on. There it is, showing you that it's a 4062. So I guess on a basic level, if you're just counting, let's just say the same denomination, and so you can just feed it. It doesn't matter which way. You can just, okay, and there it is, 3,900 bucks. It also doesn't matter if you've got them turned or anything like that. So let's got that flipped over. And there it is again. So really cool that you don't have to kind of sort this in any direction or any form, but you know, sometimes you like to do that. Here's 20s. Let's do it with this. And then when it pops up with no call, it's saying basically that that it didn't identify it as the whatever denomination it is. Sometimes that happens because you've got money that's kind of old and worn or anything like that. So let's go ahead and redo that, and then let's see what it says now. There it is, 100 bucks of 20s. And then so again, you could do different things with the mode. You can simply count, do some counts, like it'll count every 5, or let's just say uh, tens, 10 every 10. So if you have a batch like this and you're just wanting to count the number, so there's 10, there's 10, another 10, another 10, and then there's another 10. So this was 3,900 at one, and then with the 20, and then 4 left. So cool. And then let's do mixed mode, to where you're just counting the different dollar figures. Let's do it with this batch of 500, since these are 20s and you've got some 5s and some 1s. So let's go ahead and, you know what, let's hide the ones in between. So let's just see if it counts it. And then it made a no call. There it is. Let's try it again. This is supposed to be $510. It spit out the last 5. But let's do it again. Again, this is some old like worn cash. So it's sometimes that'll happen because it is old. There it is again. It's just not picking up this one, simply because of how old it is. But it's showing 505, which is this minus this $5. So let's do that now. Let's put a couple of hundreds in here. So that would make this 705. And let's hide this in between. Again, we have it on mixed. There it is, 705. So really cool unit to have if you have a business that deals with a lot of cash, and you're always having to count by hand, and that's not always fun, as well as it's very time consuming. So again, this is the type of unit that you normally find in big institutions. So let's go ahead, and I'm not an expert at this by any means, just to let you know, because all I'm trying to do is see if this thing works uh, properly or not. And it's showing you obviously that it is working. And I just happen to be going to the bank and depositing, so I wanted to show you um, what this machine can do when it comes to counting money. Um, so if you this unit, if by any chance that it shows chain detected, that means usually that there's like multiple um, or something got stuck in between, meaning that, or stuck together, or there's a jam or improper feeding, then that'll come up as a chain detected, because I've just experienced that. And then anytime you want to clear something, you just hit the continue button. And if you are, I think, string or something like that. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's count this with two different types of denominations, 100s and then 20s. So when it does this, and then it says remove stranger, because again, this was a different denomination. So uh, so if you pull that out, let's pull that money out again, chain detected. There is what we were talking about, where there's a jam or improper feeding, or it's just multiple bills together. Okay, so let's do that next. Sort. Again, when you're sorting, that's when it will sort the different types of denominations. So let's go ahead and put this in between, and then okay, denomination change. So here is the hundreds that changed again. Here's the 20, and there's the hundreds. Yeah, so this thing is working nicely. I don't know of the other features on this thing, but in most cases, you're really just trying to count what you have. I like to have it on, again, mixed mode. Again, there's different so there's a day total. You can clear that, and then I believe you hit that again, clearing the days total back to 0. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with this thing. It's kind of fun when you do have to count, if you don't have to do it on a manual manner. Let's see here, is there anything else that I wanted to kind of say? That there was another mode that I just wanted to see if it was properly working. So let's go ahead, and I think it might have been offshore. Let's just try this one. Okay, so denomination change. Again, that changed from $20 to $1. When you take it off, it continues, and it changed again from 20s, from 1s to 20, and then it changed again from 20 to 1, and then shows you your total, which is 505, which is correct. So anyway, that is how this unit is working. It's working nicely. Here it is, what it looks like as a physical condition. It does have some discoloration, but man, this is a cool unit to have. That's really more cosmetics than anything else. Buttons are all working, the lights or the illumination is nice and bright. So that is it for this Cummins Jetscan. Um, and that's, yeah, that's all I wanted to show you. And I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and possibly join the channel that's Beyond Soup, where I put up all sorts of stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. By the way, again, wanted to make sure that this dial over here, when it gets stuck, this is kind of a how you loosen the counting, or the ability to not get jammed up. Okay, anyway, thanks, and I'll see you guys on the next video.